acting in love very early in life can put you under unnecessary financial pressure. You can imagine a boy, for example, in JS3, in SS3, or whatever the case may be, in 100 level, 200 level, and you have a girlfriend that now believes that you should give her money to make her hair, to buy whatever it is. At that age, it's an unnecessary financial pressure on you. Someone is carrying you, and you want to carry
somebody.
It does not make any logical sense.
You know what makes it funny is that you are called. I don't know, this whole called societal thing. You are exposed to the same allowances. Sometimes the lady is even collecting more allowance. The bottom line is both of you are dependents.
Yeah.
You are depending on your parents, and one dependent has become dependent on another dependent. Did you fall in love while you were between the ages of 5 to 10? I don't know about you, but I did. I was in love with this particular girl called Isioma back in school, nursery school. And Isioma was that girl that made me behave well. I had to play the good boy. I had to just behave myself, And after a little while, unfortunately, she was transferred to a different school. I've not seen her ever since, but I think I was in love. On today's podcast, we are going to be talking about the dangers of acting on love too early. And as usual, with me on today's podcast is my beautiful wife,
Grace Achoji.
And I am yours, Peter Achoji. We'll be right back after the break. But before that, I would like you to subscribe to this channel. Put your questions and comments in the comment section and share with your friends. Invite people to enjoy this podcast like you are doing. See you right after the break. You're welcome back to the podcast. Now, we're going straight into business, the dangers of acting in love too early. What we are saying is that it is possible that you fall in love too early. What we are talking about is the heightened emotions or emotional feelings that we get to have for the opposite sex at early stages of our lives. Grace?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's good to be with you today.
It's good to be with you too. Yeah.
Okay, this whole love thing. There was a time our son came back from school, or they came back from school, and they told me that our son had proposed to a girl in school.
As in nursery,
I think maybe about 5 or thereabout.
I think that was about
5 or thereabout. And when I heard it, I was like, whoa. And when I called him and asked him, is it true that you told the girl that you want to marry her? He said yes. And then I was like, what's happening here? While I was here thinking of what to tell him and how to go about it, I asked him, do you know what is marriage? He said no. And then I knew that it was just nothing serious about it. But some can start having this feeling we call love very, very early in life. As early as 5, as early as even 4, 8, as the case may be. But today we are talking about maybe not that early, acting on love too early.
So we acknowledge that yes, it can happen, and there is really no problem with that. The problem will be on acting on it too early.
Yeah, you see people in secondary school, JS1, JS2, SS1, SS2, SS3, even 100 level. God has placed us in around the university area, and we've seen people in 100 level in relationship and all of that. We are talking about that kind of exposure, acting on love prematurely. Let me use that. When you are very early in life, when you are still very young, there are dangers to that. And today, that's what we are going to be looking at.
Right.
Yes, you can feel in love very early, but acting on it very early can be a whole lot.
Yes. All right.
And the first thing we'll be looking at today is when you act on love very early in life, it can help make you lose your youthfulness, your early days of life, your youthful life completely. You might just, eventually you start a relationship because you feel some way you feel in love. Some are just 3, whatever the case may be. And then you just discover that you start a relationship at that age, and you don't have that youthful life, that young life that you're supposed to have. There's nothing like that. You just lose it completely.
Completely.
Complete loss.
Whether you are young or you are older, love comes with responsibility.
Yeah.
The moment you say you like someone or you're in love with someone and a relationship has begun, there is a responsibility to it. You begin to feel obligated to remember their birthdays. You feel obligated to pay visits, to keep in touch, communicate, and all the rest of them. And at certain age, that's not what your priority should be. You should focus on developing yourself.
Yeah.
And so when that happens that early, you discover that your youthfulness is lost. And that is why we get to talk about young celebrities too. There are ages that some children, they become celebrities.
Very early.
They become exposed to public life. They become public figures. And you realize that there is a freedom and a childhood that is lost. Childhood. Yeah, you are trying to feel and act normal, but it is gone. There is really nothing you can do about it. You're out there, somebody is snapping you, somebody saying, hey, look at that child. And before you realize, the child does not grow up to know what normal is. Yeah. So in terms of relationship, some children or some young adults get into it without really knowing anything about it. So they go into it and they lose their youthfulness.
Completely. At that age, you are supposed to relate freely.
Yes.
You are supposed to relate to both the same sex and the opposite sex without any form of attachment or anything. But at that point, you are already been confined to a particular person.
Where jealousy now becomes a problem.
Yeah, where you are supposed to... And this relationship is part of learning, where you relate with this one and you relate with that one. But at the very early age, you are already restricted to relating.
Yes, before you know it, Jennifer is jealous and acting weird, and you ask what the problem is. I don't understand why my guy Dre is talking to Sandra, and it's now a problem. It's now a problem. So you realize that jealousy is not supposed to be a part of your life that is now working you
at
up.
That age.
You have exams to write and you're thinking about why the guy was talking to the lady or what. No. I think that's too much baggage carrying too early.
Yeah. And the second thing we'll be looking at today is that it can become a serious source of distraction. At certain age, what a young person should be doing is not how to please your boyfriend or your girlfriend or how to make the relationship work. What you should be thinking of at that age is vision and how to improve on yourself, how to read, what course to study, how to learn how to cook or to wash the dishes or to do the laundry, something more positive other than relationship. So when you act on love too early, you deprive yourself, you become distracted from what truly would make you who you should be in life. You become distracted.
Yeah. The other day, yes, I talked about most of these things in my earlier talk. But you see, the other day we were talking about the fact that we were gisting. You remember I think we were going to church or we were traveling, and I was like, at this age, do you think these children at this age should be thinking vision? We're talking about, okay, you said, I just wanted to be a big woman. I just wanted to enjoy life and all of that. And I was like, no, when I was young, I was thinking of what do very rich people do to become rich? What do great men do to become great? And I was interested in that. And I wanted to do what they did because I felt that to get their results, you needed to do what they did or what they do, So, at a particular age, you should be focused on your grades in school, on your vision, your goals. Who do you want to become in life? Those things can really constitute a baggage. It can really constitute a baggage. If you're focused, there is a weight that you cannot run with. That could be one of it.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. Number 3, start acting in love very early in life can put you under unnecessary financial pressure. You can imagine a boy, for example, in JS3, in SS3, or whatever the case may be, in 100 level, 200 level, and you have a girlfriend that now believes that you should give her money
Yes.
to make her hair, to buy whatever it is. At that age, it's an unnecessary financial pressure on you. Someone is carrying you, and you want to carry someone.
Somebody.
It does not make any logical
You know
sense.
what makes it funny is
It
that
does not make any logical
you are
sense.
called. I don't know this whole cult societal thing. You are exposed to the same allowances. Sometimes the lady is even collecting more
Sometimes
allowance.
even
The
better.
bottom line is both of you are dependents.
Yeah.
You are depending on your parents, and one dependent has become a dependent on another dependent, and sometimes the girl is collecting more allowance and the guy needs to take care of his girlfriend, so he takes from his own and gives to her. That is where you now start getting the pressure of, I need to do something to get more money so that I can impress my girlfriend more.
Yeah.
Before you know it, he's now thinking of alternative like, I want to do Yahoo, I want to get into fraud, my friends are. Before you know it, that pressure is setting in. The girl is not helping matters. His friends that have girlfriends are not helping matters. And before you know it, it begins to play out.
Yeah. It's very funny to know that this same thing you are rushing to do now, you will do and you will get tired. You want to carry responsibilities, financial. You will carry until you ask for help.
Now we are begging you to calm down.
And it looks like
these responsibilities are coming, and we are not asking you not to take responsibilities, because they would definitely come. Some people experience those responsibilities, and you start hearing things like adulthood na scam. That what they are simply saying is these responsibilities are too much. When the time comes, you will take them, but be coming down. That's
carrying. You would have just lived your life simply, but now you just remember that your boyfriend's birthday is coming next week, and because you are independent, you now need to lie to your dad that they say you should buy textbook. Yes, because you need more money, extra money to keep up. You, the guy, you have not even eaten. You don't have soap to bathe. You don't even have money to buy clothes and to wear, but you have a girlfriend, and then it's not necessary. You eventually become a man that will have a wife and have children, and you will have less financial responsibility for the rest of your life till you die. Why are you in a hurry?
It has been proven that men that are not distracted by women get to do better in life generally.
It's logical. It's common sense to know that it will.
Yes, men that are not distracted by women have more focus. When a woman comes in at the proper time, she becomes a support, not a distraction. So those people who go too early end up getting distracted rather than getting supported.
You know, we're talking about distraction earlier. You see, the distraction can be so bad that even the school they are supposed to go to, or the book they are supposed to read, becomes the secondary thing. The relationship now becomes the primary. Where you see a girl crying when she's supposed to be having exams to write, she can't read, she cannot concentrate because her boyfriend has said something, or they are having issue in the relationship. Issues that are not supposed to be their concern at that level at all. But because there's an too early relationship, so you can't read, you are having carryovers because you acted on love too early.
On love too early.
It's not necessary.
So it's not necessary. Just let those be and focus on.
All right. I think there should be the fourth thing.
The
danger of becoming pregnant or having an unwanted pregnancy or child outside wedlock.
Serious.
It looks like something you shouldn't be too worried about, but no, it's a whole lot to have a girl become pregnant either in secondary school or when she is not married or not ready for it, or a guy becoming a father.
And of course, as long as you're not married, we don't expect that you are ready. You too, you know that you're not ready, because these children are designed to be a blessing in marriage. And we have seen these young girls. Sometimes you see a young girl of 20, a little younger or a little older, when some of these ladies open up the number of abortions they have had, it will just shock
It's
you.
alarming.
It's alarming. We have talked to a lot of them where some of them have lost count on the number of abortions. All of it is because you got involved too early.
You acted on love too early.
Yeah.
You acted on love too early. When you see a young girl from a child becoming a parent to another child,
yes, so
it's an abuse to
children
parents.
giving birth
Yeah,
to
it's
children.
an abuse to parenthood. Parenthood is a lot. Parenting a child or becoming parent to children is not just about having a child. It's a lot. The responsibility of parents is so much that if you understand it, becoming a parent very early is not something you would desire.
So
Yes,
a lot
it's
of them
something you should be
don't end
prepared
up
for.
being parents. Let me put it that way.
So the children
You
become
end
the
up
victim.
the children end up just becoming victims because you are not capable of parenting them.
So it's a lot in every, both psychologically, spiritually, financially, and every other way. You are not just ready and you are not fit to do that yet. So be patient. It's a danger not just to you, but to the next generation, because you are not able to parent well as this parent. It's now posing challenge to the next generation because that child will not be properly taken care of, will not be well nurtured and well trained. So please
do a
for
favor
the sake
to
of
that.
your unborn child.
Yes, do a favor to your unborn children. Don't bring them too early. It's not going to help them. They would enjoy life a lot better and would be grateful to you if you did things at the right time. So please wait to be more prepared for them.
All right, number 4. They say if the process is wrong and the timing is wrong, it is most likely that you are with the wrong person. Yes, if your timing is actually wrong and of course the process is wrong, most likely this person you are with is
not the right person.
So when you act on love too early, you are likely going to miss the
because there are a lot of things to learn, and you are a product of your choices, and the best choices you would make will be choices that come out of knowledge, deep knowledge of that particular subject. So when you've not learned enough about relationship and you have not grown yourself, you're most likely going to make the wrong choices. And when you make these wrong choices over time, you are not staying in the relationship based on reason. You are staying based on factors that might also be wrong in themselves. I cannot break a relationship that I've been with him 6 years, 8 years. This relationship has lasted 10 years. What are people going to say? You see, your relationship is not anchored on reason. It is now anchored on emotions and reasons that don't hold water at all. What are people going to say about it? One told you recently that the guy is going to cry.
Yes.
The guy is going to cry. So how does that affect the serious decisions that you're going to be making that will affect your future? So please, it's a danger.
All right, number 6. Acting on love too early can make a person disrespectful and arrogant. A lot of the times when you see young girls or young boys that have gone into relationship, these very young ones, you can easily tell by how disrespectful they've become.
There's this kind of arrogance that you can't just explain. You just realize that how she feels is, especially if she's dating an older person, it's just a younger person loses respect from her. Say, see this small boy talking and all of that.
She has started learning to collect money from a guy. A guy is footing her bills. She can buy what she wants, and she just, what do you have to tell me? What can you tell me?
Yes. So her mates don't even stand a chance around her. They don't stand a chance. And a guy that is into relationship, he feels, I'm taking care of a woman. I have responsibilities. Why are you talking to me like, who is this person talking to me like I don't know life? I know life. I know everything. I have a girlfriend.
So we even feel, see, I have your mates. I'm dating your mates. What do you have to tell me? What have I not seen?
In fact, you now come to see this set that even brag to you. Do you have a child of so age? And the child is out of wedlock. It's not something to brag about. It's something that has possibly negatively affected you. Well, I'm not saying that child should suffer from your mistakes, but it's not something you put to people's faces because it was a mistake.
It was a mistake. So it's to help keep you in check and help you become that person God wants you to be. Even when you start feeling in love, you don't necessarily have to act on it if it is not yet time. And the last but not the least we'll be looking at today is that it can lead to too much regrets. When you act on love too early, a lot of the times, by the time you are looking back years later, there are a lot of things you should be regretting about. You've learned too many things that were not necessary.
You are telling yourself, if I had waited. In fact, sometimes some of those people know that if given the opportunity to grow, they wouldn't have married this particular person. They wouldn't have been in the situation, sometimes financial situation, emotional state that they are in, and sometimes even spiritual state that they are in. If they gave themselves time, they would have made better choices. And whether we like it or not, there are things that we learn with time. There are matured behavior that come with age. The older you grow, the better you act in those directions. So you see that if you don't give yourself the opportunity to grow before making those decisions, like she said,
if it's the wrong timing,
if it's the wrong timing,
process, you are likely with the wrong person.
With the wrong person. Wrong timing, wrong process, most likely wrong person. So you can avoid that.
So you see, in this whole thing, there are mistakes we'll make that even when things gain balance,
you can't take them out.
The repercussions of those mistakes are not things that can be corrected sometimes. So it is better you don't make them. There are mistakes that you don't have to make. You can just learn.
So when we talk like this, it's an opportunity to learn. Don't be one of those. The Bible says in James 1:22 that do not be a hearer and not a doer. Those who do that, the Bible says they deceive themselves. So don't be one of those that is hearing and it is not. There are relationships at your age. I'm talking to someone right now that you should break them. Break them right now. Get out of those relationships. Face your life and develop your life. Be a better person. We are not saying that you should stay out of relationships for the rest of your life. We are saying get out of them and get yourself. Be a complete person and don't constitute a burden to someone's life and eventually to your own life. They lead to regrets. Don't allow yourself to regret them, and then learn from other people's experiences. You don't have to experience it yourself before you know that there is a problem with that. You can see everywhere that people have made these mistakes and they are regretting them. Choose not to learn from your own mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes. It will bless you.
You know, your parents have done their best or what they know to do. You just gained admission and you just arrived school. The first freedom, you know, for a lot of young persons, that's the first time they have left their parents to go and be on their own. And then the first thing you are doing, as you are doing registration in 100 level, from the first registration, you've gotten a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's not necessary. You are picking the baggage too soon. Why don't you allow yourself? Your parents have sent you to school. Allow yourself learn. Allow yourself acclimatize. Allow yourself pursue vision. A time will come where you will start relationship and it will be all blissful and all. Your parents will celebrate you for even having a relationship at that point. You don't have to hide it. It will be, in fact, it will be something that everyone is welcoming.
And because it is the right time. Because it's the right time.
You wouldn't have to hide it. From your mom or from your dad or from your elder ones. It will just flow
naturally. Thank you for staying with us through to the end of this podcast. We are glad that you stayed tuned. I want you to share this with a friend. Like, share, subscribe, and follow us. Click the notification button so that the next time we put content like this, you would be the first to be notified. Thank you. Grace?
All right. We'll see you again
next time. God bless you.